wouldn't change a thing. Oh no, this ain't one of those where
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Detroit Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Tarik Skubal. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1-1.
That misses, and it's 2-1.
Third pitch of this ball game, that one right in the zone, but it's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused, keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, second baseman.
And now it's Brandon Lau. Swing and a foul straight back. Skubal, 28 years old, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Diaz on at first, nobody out. Next pitch is outside. Line drive, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
First and second, no outs. And stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero. That one's in there, and that's strike one. No outs, runners at first and second. Little chopper rolls foul. That's down and in.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That's off the mark. Now 2-2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
In the air, left field, down the line, lunging, but it gets down. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Lowe, trying to get the Rays on the board. And ball one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
First and second here, no outs. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-1.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment. Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Now it's Jansen to hit. On the ground to short, could be 2. Over to Torres, and that's 2. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the mound in this one, Shane McClanahan. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, a pretty standard 4-pitch mix. Got the fastball, change speeds, 2 breaking balls. You know, all can be really effective if they're coming out of the same arm slot and really staying in that tunnel for a good bit.
We go to the bottom of the first,
Leading off
and stepping in is the speedy Parker Meadows. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. That one well upstairs. And the count is even, 2-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Right back to him on the mound. Throws to first in time. One gone, bottom half of the first. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. And Chris, it's a bit shocking to see such a lefty-heavy lineup against a left-handed starter.
Yeah, but on this one, I wouldn't second-guess the manager just yet, Boog. You know, in 2024, Bryce Harper, Yordan Alvarez, Steven Kwan, and Kyle Schwarber all hit significantly better against left-handed pitchers than they did against righties. Sometimes lefty on lefty doesn't necessarily favor the defense.
Gleyber Torres stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Ball 2.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That one in the dirt, and now it's 3-2.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone, really making him work out there.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And we're all square. It's 1-1. He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
Here's Riley Green. High fly ball out to center field. Caballero. 2 away now.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the DH, Kerry Carpenter. And that one is in the dirt. 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. And there's a foul ball. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Tied up here in the early going.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Two outs. And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. A solo homer ties it for the Tigers. All even at 1 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Comerica Park, and now the DH, Christopher Morel.
Christopher Morel.
Skubal back to work. Strike on the inside corner.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's the first out.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 1. One out, bases empty. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Green settles under it. Hauls it in for the out. Out number 2.
Batting 8th, left fielder, Richie Palacios.
Now the left fielder, Richie Palacios. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. Swings and misses. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. Now to the bottom of the second. All tied 1-1. Back here in Detroit, we head to the bottom of the second. And now the right fielder, Matt Vierling. And a strike in there.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Off the plate, now 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Struck him out looking.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter. And somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Colt Keith digs in now. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Inside, just missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
The 1-1. Fouled off left side. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Jace Young up now for the Tigers. Fought off foul. Two outs. The other way, and a base hit.
Batting 8th, catcher Jake.
Runner at first with 2 away. Digging in, Jake Rogers. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page, and that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for Detroit. Score remains tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the Rays,
top half of the 3rd inning.
Johnny
Digging in,
DeLuca.
it's the speedy outfielder, Johnny DeLuca. There's a strike.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him. Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Next pitch in the dirt. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stays alive. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 2-2. Fastball is outside. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz now scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. And that one upstairs, ball one. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Lau at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fouled off. He was late. And downstairs. Off the plate inside. 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And a swing and a miss.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. RBI single his last time up. And a base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So bases all loaded up. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Golden opportunity right here. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Oh, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch.
Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Danny Jansen to hit here. He hit into a double play his first time up. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
One ball.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. And the pitch. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Meadows sizes this one up. And that's the third out. Huge opportunity missed there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. Set for the bottom of the third. And now the shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
Trey Sweeney.
That one fouled off. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Meadows batting with 1 down, takes a strike. That one inside, and the count even 1-1. Popped in the air, left field. Palacios makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Gleyber Torres. He's already homered here in this one. And a strike to Gleyber. There's a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
2 outs, base is empty. On the outside corner, got him looking. Tigers are shut down there. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And we're back. Now here is Christopher Morel.
Hitter, Christopher Morel.
Morel, 25 years old, and though usually in left field, today he's the designated hitter.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Some guys don't like not being able to play defense because it helps them to stay in the rhythm. So for him to be the DH, we'll see if he gets a routine together.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jose Caballero. And that misses. And that is ball 1. And a slider in there for a strike. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Deerling hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's
Richie
the left fielder,
Palacios.
Richie Palacios. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
2 down, nobody on. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very
Johnny
aggressive secondary
DeLuca.
lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
DeLuca in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Now the 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now. 2 away.
Everything came together for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. He's 2 for 2. Slice to right, and it stays fair. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. He's in there. It's 3-1.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So runner at second, 2 down. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Brandon Lowe. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 3.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. High fly ball out towards left field. Green going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. And midway in the 4th, it's the Rays 4 and the Tigers 1. Back at Comerica Park, bottom 4, and now Riley Green.
Riley Green.
In the first pitch, misses for ball 1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And delivers outside.
That's inside.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Now batting.
And up next for Detroit, Kerry Carpenter. Struck out looking his first time. Carpenter checks his swing. Appeal to third. Did not go. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Headed towards the corner. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Matt Vierling.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Vierling. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Foul ball there. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
Josh Lowe.
Here we go, Tigers.
Skubal back to work. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And that is strike 1.
Well, these Rays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work. Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on here, Tommy Kahnle. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Tommy Kahnle.
Danny Jansen getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball. Swing and a foul out of play. And that one is inside. Good job to fight that one off.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Morel in the box again, takes a strike. There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there.
Caballero.
As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
So runner at second, 2 down. Caballero will hit next. That's in there. It's 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that's too high. Next pitch is downstairs. Morel stands at second with 2 gone. That one the other way. That's a hit. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is
close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Outside low. 2-1. This one high in the air to left center. DeLuca on his way over. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swung on, belted. Low drop step going back. Way back out of here. He circles the bases. It's 4-2.
He wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished him. Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it, carried out nicely.
1 out, base is empty. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Sweeney. Struck out swinging his first time. Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
Ball, that's inside.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
And that's a little bit high.
Whew, I thought he'd bite right there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now 4-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
This is what I'm made for. Every single moment that I'm living, I can feel it on the stage floor. You don't know the half.
And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the Rays,
Now the left fielder, Richie Palacios. And he drops it down the third baseline. And it goes just foul. Off the mark there. And 1-1. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, center fielder
So
Johnny
next to the plate
DeLuca.
for Tampa Bay, Johnny DeLuca.
A walk, and he's also singled.
First pitch, and he just misses. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Nope. 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Cut on and lifted in the air. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman Yandy
So the lineup
Diaz.
flips over. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. First pitch misses. And another ball. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And there's a ball. Inside, and that's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty
Now
much
batting,
gifted in
second
first
baseman
base with a
Brandon
quick free
Lau.
pass.
Here's the second baseman, Brandon Lau. First pitch just misses. And that is out of play. Lau tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Nope, he held back. Diaz off of first with 2 away. Next offering is fouled back.
Let's go, kid.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 outs. And a good eye there.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tommy Canely won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Tigers, Johnny Brebbia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
First and second, 2 outs. Down to third baseman, Junior Caminero. First offering, and it just misses. And that one fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is down low.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They get the force. Out number 3. Nicely done from the Tigers bullpen there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Rays 4, Tigers 2. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Parker Meadows. Right through there for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Buceta getting cranked up as well. And there's a foul ball. And that one is inside ball 1.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Late swing fouled off. Torres tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he won around. Rule to swing. And now 1 and 2. Got him. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. It could become dangerous.
So 2 down now, and here is Riley Green. And that is downstairs. 1-0.
Ball one, no strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Up the middle. Jumps, throws. Nicely done for the out. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail it here 4-2. Back at Comerica Park, we go to the top of the seventh. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Josh Lowe. Rebbia goes 6'1". He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Activity in the bullpen. Sean Gunther getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Holton also throwing. Next offering is in for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Jansen, the next to hit, takes ball one. That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out. Runner at second. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Christopher Morel. 1 for 3. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1.
And that drops in for a strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Next pitch misses, and the count is 1-2. Just off the outside edge.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And now it's 3-2. On the ground and foul ball. One out, the runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting, shortstop
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
The 0-1 down the line, and it's foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Ripped on a line. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Richie Palacios.
Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays.
A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
That one way outside. Ball one. Jansen, the lead runner at second. Morel at first. 2 out of the inning. Pitch misses, and now 2-0.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. And they boost their lead. It's 7-2.
He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting a tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Johnny Brebbia out of the game. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching.
So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen. Tyler Holt.
Number 87.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So 2 down. Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two down, nobody on. A little bit low, and it's 2-0. And that drops in for a strike. And there's a strike. Just misses with that one. Just a weak fly ball this time. And that will fall. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
But I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job holding his hands tight to the, just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Now snap throw to first. DeLuca back on a dive. And first offering is fouled off. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 3-run bomb for Tampa Bay. It's now a 7-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Drew Rasmussen.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
So now the DH spot, Kerry Carpenter. And a strike on the outside edge.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Ball one there.
2 strikes.
Sets him down looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Veerling stands in now and watches strike 1.
That's a ball. 1-1.
To third, Caminero fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman Colt Keith.
2 down, base is empty. And next up for the Tigers, Colt Keith. And the first offering is not close.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's in for a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
And now it's even up.
No, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6-3.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're down 5. It's 7-2. We go to the 8th, and stepping in for the Rays, Brandon Lau. Holton back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Holton, he's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
Now batting, third baseman.
And the
Junior
late movement
Caminero.
on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat.
Sweeney on to second. They get one. Now to first, and it's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about
right
big
fielder,
leaguers. They make
Josh
tough
Lowe.
plays look simple.
2 outs, base is empty. Now up for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Tell fans a little bit about the difference between a cutter and a slider.
Well, a cutter looks more like a fastball, but it has that late movement like a slider that's hard to pick up. Now with the slider, it's a little slower, the spin is different, and sometimes you can recognize that, and it tends to break a lot more horizontally and vertically than the cutter.
Next pitch is outside.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
And that one is lifted in the air. Veerling And that is that.
Now pitching for
And the
Tampa
Rays, they go to the
Number
bullpen.
39.
Manuel Rodriguez.
Manuel
And we all know
Rodriguez.
about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the third baseman,
Leading off
Jace
for the
Young.
Tigers,
He's
third
already homered in this
baseman,
game.
Jace Young.
That one pushed to the left and foul. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. On the ground to third. Slides for the stop. The throw, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Just so
Now batting,
impressed with the movement on that play.
Jace
Footwork was excellent.
Rogers.
The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Here's the catcher to hit, Jake Rogers. On the ground, right side. On to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
Trey Sweeney up now for the Tigers. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. In for a strike. Good slider.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. And strike 2.
Good late sink
Down to
on
3
that
and 2.
fastball. Out of the hand looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Hit in the air, left field. Makes the catch. And the inning is over. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Will Vest. He has a
Now
great
pitching
slider
for
with
the
tons of
Tigers.
movement.
Number 19, Will Vest.
Now the catcher
Leading
up
off
to
for
hit, Danny
Tampa Bay,
Jansen.
Catcher, Danny Jansen.
And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 1. Tigers bullpen with some action. Kenta Maeda getting loose for A.J. Hinch. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. The 1-1 is fouled off.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So
Now
next to the
batting,
plate for Tampa
designated
Bay,
hitter,
Christopher Morel. Pitch
Ball,
misses
that's off the
inside, and it's 1-0. That one missed. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. And that one is downstairs. 3-1 now. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Up and in, ball 4.
Now a great back and forth, and that at bat.
Now
He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Caballero now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Man at first, one away.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
Now pitching.
Sean
for the
Gunther,
Tigers.
ready or not, in the game now
Number
after the
73.
injury.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Yeah, that's
No, that's off the
outside.
plate. Ball
Now
2.
2 balls and a strike. And that's
3 balls,
downstairs and
1
outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And ball
That's ball
4, 2 aboard.
Take the bait.
Now batting left fielder
Richie Palacios,
Palacios.
the next to hit. First
Ball,
pitch
that's
misses.
inside.
Morel over at second. Caballero at first. One gone.
Ball. That's down.
In the dirt. Bounce to the right. Keith goes to second for one.
out.
Over to first, but he beats it.
Up next for Tampa Bay, center fielder Johnny DeLuca.
Now at the plate, Johnny DeLuca. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Tap foul at the plate.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. 2 left on. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the Rays 7, Tigers 2. bottom of the ninth. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Parker Meadows. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. And a foul ball. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And they'll do it again.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. In for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 7-3.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here at the bottom of the ninth, one out. And next to hit for Detroit, Riley Green. First offering misses badly for ball one. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Palacios makes the grab, and there's two gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run.
Now batting.
Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So, last chance for the Tigers. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he'll pull into second safely.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
So runner at second, 2 down. And up next for Detroit, Matt Vierling. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. Ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
7-3 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.